University of Illinois System President Tim Killeen, and Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel.
Good morning, good morning. This is a beautiful day. It's a great day for the people of Illinois. The priority for us here in the great state is economic opportunity for everyone. More opportunity to achieve the American dream, more jobs, great careers, more advancement. The core of economic growth in Illinois and across America is innovation and technology. It's driving job growth, it's driving economic activity in every sector of our economy, in manufacturing, in agriculture, in distribution, in healthcare, in every sector of the economy. We are so fortunate here in the great state of Illinois. We have one of the greatest research and teaching universities anywhere in the world at the University of Illinois. Yes, we do, and we're very blessed. And world-class research and teaching universities are the foundation for innovation and technological advancement. Every great idea, every great entrepreneur comes from an education system where they can develop the skills, the mindset, the way of thinking, and the technical knowledge so they can start and create businesses. And let me give you a little bit of example for the University of Illinois. Let me ask, what do companies PayPal, YouTube, Yelp, Match.com, Tesla Motors, what do they have in common? Siebel Systems, Oracle Systems. Some of the largest, most successful companies in the world, what do they have in common? They were founded by the University of Illinois alumni. Extraordinary track record of economic creativity and innovation and entrepreneurship coming from the University of Illinois. Absolutely extraordinary. And if you just pick out maybe 24 of the dozens and dozens of companies that have been founded by the University of Illinois alumni, in those 24 companies, almost 250 million jobs directly in those companies, 250 million jobs. And that doesn't count the hundreds of thousands of jobs that come from indirectly from these companies that have been built by the U of I alumni. Our number one goal must be to have the University of Illinois expand its impact, expand its opportunity here within the state of Illinois, so its students, its faculty, its researchers, its entrepreneurs have an opportunity to build their businesses here in downtown Chicago, here in Urbana-Champaign, here in Rockford, here in Peoria, here in Springfield. And we can do this. We can do this together by doing two things. First, creating a network of collaboration between the University of Illinois and two other of our greatest universities in the world for research and innovation, the University of Chicago and Northwestern University. These are, you know what, many of you are well aware, we're all aware, what Stanford and Berkeley have done to the California economy over the last, pick a number, 40 years. It's stunning, the economic growth and opportunities that Stanford and Berkeley have done. And you look out on the East Coast, look at what Harvard and MIT have done to the economy in New England. Stunning economic growth and vitality and job creation and advancement in their economies. You know what? We're better. We have more opportunity here in Illinois. They have two world-class universities in each of those locations. We have three. We have U of I, U of C, and Northwestern. And if we bring them together in a network of collaboration, joint research, sharing of faculty, sharing of ideas, sharing of students, and make sure that our students and our faculty are in the ecosystem, within the business community of Illinois, in Urbana-Champaign, here in Chicago, and around the state, we will drive a transformation of the Illinois economy that is unparalleled in our history. That's what today's about. Today we announced the Illinois Innovation Network of collaboration of universities and businesses around the state. And one of the key nodes, the hub will be in Urbana-Champaign, will always stay in Urbana-Champaign. But here we have an opportunity to build a center a facility for research and teaching right here in this location. And let's give a round of applause to Related Midwest for donating land right here for the University of Illinois. Donating, giving to the U of I right here for a beautiful facility on the river, access to downtown, world-class public transit. Here can be a key node for the research, for the faculty and students to work together and build businesses right in the ecosystem. With that, I'd like to turn it over to the president of the University of Illinois, Tim Killeen. Tim?
Thank you, Governor Rauner. And on behalf of the entire University of Illinois system, our 83,000 students, I'm deeply grateful to you for your unwavering support of innovation as a pathway to progress and for your confidence in us, in the University of Illinois system, to lead this game-changing initiative. And thanks to all of you for joining us this morning. Beautiful morning. Before I get started, there are a few guests I would like to recognize. Please hold your applause until I've read their names, and I apologize ahead of time. I think there are more people here than we might have been expecting. But we have the Vice President of Research and Special Assistant for Government Affairs, Bruce Layton, from Northwestern University, one of our 2 inaugural partners in DPI. We have, thank you. We have John Flavin, Associate Vice President for Entrepreneurship and Innovation and head of the Polsky Center at the University of Chicago, our other inaugural partners. There are more partners to come, I assure you, but we're so proud of that Northwestern University of Chicago are joining with us, the University of Illinois system, and we're together unstoppable. We have Senate Minority Leader Bill Brady and House Republican Leader Jim Durkin. We had Representative Kelly Burke, who chairs the House Education Committee in the State House of Representatives. I believe she had to leave us. We have Chicago Alderman Daniel Solis, whose 25th ward will be the home of DPI. We have Ramon Cepeda, a member of our Board of Trustees and a graduate of the University of Illinois at Chicago. We have Don Edwards, another member of our board and a graduate of the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Don is also CEO of FlexPoint Forward, a private equity investment firm he founded in 2005, and he will talk about the impact of these initiatives later in our short program. We have several CEOs of major corporations in the audience. Pat Canning of KPMG. We have Scott Swanson of PNC, Illinois. We have Michael Tipsord, State Farm. And we have Jim Roth of Huron, and there may be others. And so it's wonderful to see the vibrant connection with business leadership here this morning to help us with the celebration of this announcement. So please join me in thanking all of them for their support and their service to the people of the state. And please join me in another much-deserved and special thank you to Kurt Bailey and Related Midwest for their generous donation of the land that will be home to this historic and to be famous Discovery Partners Institute. DPI will showcase the critical role that great research universities play in a knowledge-based 21st century economy where discovery and innovation are more powerful and needed than ever. The unique New Innovation Center will add to the momentum that's been growing rapidly here in Chicago through 1871, Matter, M-Hub, and other incubators to really build out the innovation infrastructure that is now so crucial to create new businesses and new jobs. DPI will deliver a high-powered jolt, yes, a jolt, at the kind of scale that can massively accelerate job creation and economic development. And we're all in. DPI will bring well over 100 of the world's top best research faculty and staff to Chicago, where they will work closely with world-class researchers who already call the U of I system and our partner institutions home. So we're talking about hundreds of pioneering researchers. Together, they will target research to address our most pressing challenges, from cybersecurity to new life-saving drugs, to breakthroughs in agriculture, to feed an ever-growing world. Their visionary scholarship, we believe, will attract $500 million in new research funding annually and foster discovery to turn ideas that once were beyond our imagination into the kind of job and economy building businesses of tomorrow that's worthy of this world city and this great state. Researchers will also work side by side with companies large and small from across Chicagoland, providing their expertise to solve real-world challenges and grow their businesses. They will also work side by side with students, and that's what it's all about for us, frankly, our students. About 1,800 a year when DPI reaches full operation, nurturing the inventors and the entrepreneurs of tomorrow. During their 1 to 4 semesters here at DPI, our students will also work with businesses across Chicago, honing their talents and helping plant roots to halt or slow down an out-migration of graduates to other states. In fact, we want to turn those arrows around towards Illinois. And like its research, DPI will provide those opportunities on a really unprecedentedly large scale. Nearly 10,000 students every 5 years when the new institute reaches full operation. DPI will build on a long relationship between the U of I system and Chicago that has been blossoming for well over a century. Chicago is an ideal location for the new institute because of its role as an economic engine for the Midwest, and because its place as a global destination will help attract top faculty, students, and businesses from around the world. And we believe, and I hope you agree, that the U of I system is an ideal partner to lead DPI. We have a long, rich legacy of discovery and innovation. Governor Rauner has mentioned some of that in each of the key areas that will be the initial focus of DPI's research, from our world-class computing and agriculture programs in Champaign to cutting-edge healthcare and engineering here at UIC, which one can see just over my shoulder. And we have a long history of partnerships with universities and businesses across the state and around the world to ensure that we always keep reaching higher to better serve students, innovation, and the public good. DPI is just part of today's announcement. The new institute will also build on the U of I system's bedrock commitment to serve every corner of Illinois. This is the Abe Lincoln Land Grant mission, as you all know. It will be, though, the centerpiece of a virtually connected statewide enterprise that we're creating called the Illinois Innovation Network. The network will connect DPI's researchers with university and business partners in other regions, fostering innovation that will lift communities across our state. Together, DPI and the Innovation Network are a springboard that will help Illinois lead the way in an era that will redefine the seeds of progress and economic growth. And I'm deeply grateful to everyone who has helped bring this next generation vision to life. Now it's my great honor to introduce another incredible supporter of discovery and innovation, Mayor Rahm Emanuel. Mayor Emanuel is committed to making the city a hub where the world turns to see what's coming next. We hope to add to that storyline. Under his leadership, the city has developed a thriving ecosystem that supports young startups as much as global corporate headquarters. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Rahm Emanuel.
Thank you. Congratulations on this. Thank you. Like that. Cubs win, sun's out. Coincidence? I think not. Thank you, President Killeen, and thank you all for being here. Thank you, Governor, for leading this effort, not only to this point, but going forward in making this a reality. I would say also like to note that for 4 years in a row, the city of Chicago is the #1 city for corporate relocations in the United States of America. For 5 years in a row, the city of Chicago is the #1 city for direct foreign investment in the United States of America. And for 6 years in a row, the city of Chicago's economy has grown faster than New York, D.C., or the United States of America. Now, I don't think it's my winning personality that made that possible. It's because we have what I view as what I always call the 5 T's and invest in that strategy. Talent, training, transportation, technology, and transparency. We have more universities than any other city in the United States, but Boston. And when you draw a radius around the city of a couple hundred miles, more type of level 1 universities than any other city, not only in the United States, but the world. And the biggest thing holding back the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois was the 200 to 300 miles between Chicago and Champaign. We just narrowed that today. And the fact, I see this, now, I'm for Illinois, but I really, really am for Chicago. And I see this as a big win for the city of Chicago and a big loss for the West Coast. And I'm proud of the fact that we've come together and saw what we all know is important for the city of Chicago and for the state of Illinois. That we're tired of being the intellectual and research foundation for everything else that then gets moved back. Now, in the preceding years, in the last couple of years, and a classic example when the governor's right about what about PayPal, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, PayPal then moved out west. 3 years ago, they bought Braintree here in the city of Chicago and have expanded it from a couple hundred jobs to 800 jobs because of the talent that's here in the city and the capacity with the broadband network and the capacity of our research universities to actually do what we need to do, and our ability in the center of the country to get anywhere in the world, anywhere in the United States, anywhere in North America, any time of day, multiple times a day, weather permitting, and we're working on that in City Council, Danny and I. This is a tremendous building effort that builds on a strong foundation and takes it to the next level. Not far, the University of Chicago and Argonne now is working on the next battery research. Later this year, Northwestern will open up the new Biomedical and Research Center for the city of Chicago. In a short time from now, IIT will be opening up the Kaplan Research Center. These intellectual foundations are the beginning and the next effort, not only for corporations, the next ideas that will create the new companies that will take Chicago, the economy, to another level. And with our capacity, both intellectually, economically, and culturally, the world will come to Chicago to discover what's next. To everybody that's part of this day, it's one moment on a milestone. Not only do I look forward to this announcement, but more importantly, to what comes from this. On a closing remark, I would also like to say, I think what's also important is something else. That is, Chicago public high school students today lead the country in graduation growth of all urban systems. We also lead the United States of America in kids going from high school to college and now match the national average, even though 85% of our kids are from poverty or below, beating New York, LA, and Dallas. And the good news with this research institute, they won't have to go somewhere else to be part of the future. They'll just go take a train stop away and be part of that future. So thank you for making that possible.
So I'd now like briefly to ask my colleagues, the chancellors of our three universities, to stand up and be acknowledged, and that is Robert Jones, Chancellor of the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, Susan Cook, Chancellor of the University of Illinois at Springfield, and Michael Amaridis, Chancellor of the University of Chicago, of Illinois at Chicago. Thank you for your leadership. And so now please join me in welcoming Related Midwest President Kurt Bailey and thanking him profoundly for the gift of land which will become DPI's home.
First, I want to thank my marketing team for that incredible introduction and getting made fun of by all the dignitaries here. So welcome to the 78. It's so great to see everybody here on this incredible day. As the mayor alluded to, a Cubs win and sunshine on this site. It's not a bad way to start a Thursday. For those of you that I haven't got to meet yet today, my name is Kurt Bailey. I'm the president of Related Midwest. We are the company that's going to be developing this land and are proud to partner with U of I on donating this land. You may know that today there's 77 neighborhoods in the city of Chicago, and we are excited to be building the next great neighborhood here, the 78. It's our vision for a blank urban canvas, and it's to be Chicago's next great neighborhood. And under this master plan created by our company, the 78 will be a dynamic combination of residential, commercial, academic, civic, cultural, and recreational space. And all 62 acres of this will be infused with Chicago's soul. The 78 lies at the convergence of a vibrant, ethnically diverse communities, the adjacent neighborhoods that give life and personality to Chicago. Chinatown, Pilsen, Little Italy, and Bronzeville, just to name a few, will influence the creation of this great new neighborhood. We have a half mile of the Chicago River that runs along this site. And when upon completion, it will be a great new playground for all of the Chicagoans to enjoy. And today, we're thrilled to welcome the 78's first resident, the Discovery Partners Institute, a state-of-the-art innovation and entrepreneurship hub that will connect Illinois students with world-class faculty, corporations, and venture capitalists in the heart of this global city. The 78 is the perfect place to lay the foundation for partnerships that, in funding research and nurturing a skilled workforce, will help launch next-generation companies and catalyze economic growth throughout Illinois. On a personal note, I deeply believe that education is the key to success. And as a board member of the Ounce of Prevention Fund and a father to 4 young daughters, I know the importance of childhood development and education. When shaping young minds, it's important we go beyond teaching children the same formulas, material, and languages that we were taught. We need to be preparing them for a future where curiosity and creativity will be rewarded, where failure is not condemned, but rather encouraged, and provide them with the necessary tools to be successful in this exciting new time of technology and discovery. Today, coding is just as important as any other language taught in the classroom. To be able to bring a pioneering institution of research and workforce development like the DPI to a next-generation neighborhood like the 78 is a dream come true for me and all of my partners at Related Midwest. We are so grateful to invest in a project that aligns with our key values of collaboration, innovation, leadership, and community. So I want to say thank you to Governor Rauner, thank you to Mayor Emanuel, and thank you to University of Illinois President Killeen, and all of you who have contributed to this vision. Related Midwest is committed to supporting Illinois' vibrant tech community and thrilled to partner with the University of Illinois, the University of Chicago, and Northwestern University to invest in the next great innovation hub at the 78. It's an honor to develop this facility with the U of I and its partner institutions and be a catalyst for groundbreaking research and education that will motivate young minds and create new opportunities in a rapidly evolving technological world. In connecting students and recent college graduates with employers here in the 78 and throughout Chicago, everyone wins. Businesses that call Chicago home will have unprecedented access to the highly skilled workforce coming out of our state's top academic institutions. And those young professionals will find quality, high-paying jobs that keep them here in Illinois, in Chicago, and ultimately in this first-of-its-kind urban neighborhood. I'm confident the 78 and DPI will shape and inspire future generations of global leaders, inventors, engineers, analysts, entrepreneurs, and if we're lucky, maybe even some real estate developers. Thank you very much.
So next, it's my privilege to introduce Shaniqua Davis, founder of Norify, which is a social platform that connects minorities to job opportunities to promote diversity in corporations and organizations around the world.
Hi, my name is Shaniqua Davis, and I am the CEO and founder of a local startup here called Norify. And our direct mission is to connect diverse professionals, specifically from underrepresented backgrounds, to opportunities at corporations right here in the city of Chicago. So I am so excited to be standing here at the site of the 78 in DPI because I see nothing but innovation and opportunity for the next wave of diverse professionals. So I want to start off by thanking the governor, the mayor, the University of Illinois, and Related Midwest for investing in the city of Chicago. This site here provides so much opportunity and so many resources to diverse talent. It provides more research. It provides internships. It provides additional opportunity and a direct connection to the local companies here. So with this being said, it helps small businesses like myself connect and fill the pipeline with more quality, diverse talent. And with that, I'm excited. So thank you all for the opportunity.
Thank you, Shaniqua. Now it's my pleasure to introduce a very short video by a special U of I alumnus who knows all about the power of innovation and entrepreneurship. Thomas Siebel earned 3 degrees from Urbana-Champaign and founded Siebel Systems, a global software company that later merged with Oracle Corporation. He's also a generous supporter of our education and research, providing the $25 million lead gift for a new Student Learning and Innovation Center being built in Urbana, and $32 million to build the Thomas M. Siebel Center for Computer Science. Here's what Tom had to say about DPI.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Governor Rauner and President Killeen, for allowing me to join you this morning. As a Chicago native and a University of Illinois alum, I couldn't be more proud to be part of this event. Innovation is at the core of economic prosperity. Innovation is enabled by the ideas and the talent generated by great institutions like the University of Illinois. The Discovery Partners Institute in the Illinois Innovation Network promises to serve as a new foundation for the growing and thriving innovation ecosystem in Chicago and across the state of Illinois. I look forward to engaging actively in this incredible project. And importantly, I want to thank Governor Rauner and President Killeen for their vision and leadership in bringing this exciting project to reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. So now it's my pleasure to introduce an entrepreneur who has launched 5 companies. Eric Leptovsky is co-founder and CEO of internet marketplace leader Groupon, amongst others. His support for our innovation initiatives is so strong that he left a board meeting to join us this morning. I don't think I could get away with that. But I hope you will join me in welcoming him.
First, thank the mayor and the governor and the president for having me here today. I just want to briefly say a few words on this momentous occasion. First, my partner, Brad Keel, and I have been in technology for the past 17 years. And since the tech bubble burst in early 2000, we built 6 companies, the train behind us, here in Chicago. Inner Workings, Echo, Mediocean, Groupon, Uptake, and Tempest. Together, these companies employ about 15,000 people, of which maybe 6,000 or 7,000 are here in Chicago. Over the past 17 years, we've developed an expertise at bringing technology to industries that historically have not had a lot of technology: printing, logistics, media buying, local commerce, manufacturing, and healthcare. And just down the block at 600 West Chicago, not far from here, as again, there's over 6,000 people working at those companies, many of whom are software engineers and data scientists, none of whom were here about 10 years ago. We have literally assembled an army of innovators and engineers tackling some of the most interesting and important problems of our day. How to help local merchants compete with national retailers, how to use sensor data to make the world around us more efficient, to keep wind turbines operating, to keep planes in the air, and how to help those battling disease and cancer fight those diseases and use technology to improve their chance of survival. And all this occurring right here in Chicago. We've been able to build companies whose collective net worth now exceeds $10 billion in this great city. And from time to time we get asked, why'd you build these companies in Chicago? Why not Silicon Valley or New York? And our answer is always the same. There is no better place, in our opinion, to build a tech company than right here in Chicago. The talent, the people, the city, the culture, the access are simply unparalleled. And now we get to add to that list of unique attributes a world-class engineering school and campus right here on this site to help produce the next generation of technical talent that this city and nation so desperately need. It's a great day for Chicago. It's a great day for all those of us that are here, and I'm certainly proud to be here. Congratulations and thanks.
Thank you, Eric. Now, please join me in welcoming Paula Steiner, a member of our CEO Roundtable and also the CEO of Healthcare Service Corporation, which is the parent company of Blue Cross Blue Shield. Welcome, Paula.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. I was born in Champaign, Illinois, and for the past 35 years I have lived in Chicago and in Evanston. So this initiative, which takes the best of world-class universities and a great city and business climate, for me is a very personal thing. Since moving to Chicago, I have spent my career in a homegrown company, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and for the past 2 years as CEO. We are the largest member-owned health insurer in the country, and as a member-owned company, we have always combined technology and good old-fashioned customer service to serve our 15 million members. With over 18,000 employees, we are the beneficiary of homegrown, world-class, educated talent right here in our backyard. Last year, in fact, we hired over 1,000 people in the state of Illinois. More than half of them were U of I graduates. And I'm also very proud to say that across all of our campuses, we hired 100 brand new software engineers into their very first jobs. These new employees are our future, and we know that our need for talent will only continue to grow. In partnership with physicians and hospitals over 80 years ago, we invented health insurance, and we've been innovating ever since. And this launch helps to ensure that we will be able to continue to innovate on behalf of our members. Our goal has been and will continue to be to ensure access to high-quality health care for all of the citizens of the state of Illinois, regardless of whether they get that insurance through their employer, whether they buy it themselves on the healthcare exchange, or whether they obtain it with the help of government programs. So I commend the governor, the mayor, the president, Colleen, as well as the other leaders of higher educational institutions here today for their foresight and for making all of this possible for one of Chicago's greatest companies. Their actions demonstrate yet again why Illinois is such a great place to live, why Illinois is a great place to work, and also why Illinois is such a great place to conduct business. Thank you.
Now it's my pleasure to introduce Kevin Shepline, who is the CEO of Peoria-based OSF Healthcare System. Kevin will retire later this year after nearly 40 years with the Peoria-based ministry, and I hope you will lead me and join me in welcoming him and thanking him for his long service to our state.
Good morning, everyone. Governor Rauner, Mayor Emanuel, President Colleen. As CEO of OSF Healthcare System, I'm proud to be here today to lend my support to the establishment of the Illinois Innovation Network and the Discoveries Partner Institute, DPI. When we first learned of the idea for the new network and institute from Governor Rauner and President Colleen, we were extremely excited and wanted to do whatever we could to make these ideas into reality. OSF Healthcare System is a system of 13 hospitals across the Midwest, and our headquarters are located in Peoria, Illinois. We have a robust clinical enterprise with over 20,000 employees and clinical programs across a myriad of clinical activities. But we also have over 2,000 clinical providers that are all dedicated to the transformation of healthcare. We have a long-standing partnership and relationship with the University of Illinois that's always been focused on one of the three themes of the new Illinois Innovation Network, improving health and wellness. At OSF, innovation has been central to our mission, our vision, and our strategies. Our belief is that innovation for the most complex problems affecting health and well-being of our communities are those solutions that are best developed and solved through collaboration. In response to this belief, OSF operates a world-class innovation and simulation center that brings together engineers, designers, clinicians, data scientists, and many outside partners to solve solutions to our most complex barriers to good health. Our innovation efforts focused on 4 areas: advancing simulation, doing more for those with less, radical access to care, and aging in place, many of the challenges that we as a country and this great state face as a society. The Illinois Innovation Network's Health and Wellbeing theme will advance innovation in these 4 areas and beyond. The Discovery Partner Institute will bring hundreds of best of minds from academia and the private sector, along with thousands of brilliant students, to solve problems in interdisciplinary teams and create life-changing products and solutions. The Discovery Partners Institute will serve as a magnet, as is noted before, for investors across the nation while generating the ideas and educating the entrepreneurs that will seed new companies and that will find their home in places like Peoria, Rockford, Champaign, Chicago, and other communities across Illinois. And perhaps most importantly for our healthcare system that is not located in Chicago, but throughout the state of Illinois, the Discovery Partners Institute will serve as the anchor for the Illinois Innovation Network. The network will allow universities, hospitals, and health systems, companies, and communities across Illinois and beyond to participate and actively engage in this innovation ecosystem at massive scale. This network will provide a mechanism to retain and grow local and diverse talent in places like Peoria, Rockford, Champaign, and other regions across Illinois, and to help provide multiple routes to successful careers. As we officially launch the Illinois Innovation Network today, I ask all of you here, and in communities served by OSF across Illinois, to work with all of us, the governor, the mayor, and the University of Illinois system to make this effort a rising success. Thank you.
Okay, we have 2 more short interventions. It's my pleasure now to introduce Don Edwards, who is a member of our Board of Trustees and an alumnus from Urbana-Champaign, who led it for 4 years on the Illinois golf team. And for those of you who know, this is the Illinois golf team that he led it on. He's now Chief Executive Officer of FlexPoint Forward, a private equity investment firm he founded in 2005 with offices here in Chicago and in New York. Please join me in welcoming Don.
I hope it's not an intervention. I think. Good morning. It's an honor to be here with you. I'd like to thank the governor and the mayor for being here and for making this day happen. I speak to you, as President Kleen said, wearing many hats. As a trustee of the university system, a University of Illinois system, as an alum of the Urbana School, and as a Chicago investor and now longtime resident. I came to the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign as a bit of an outsider. I was recruited from New York to play on the golf team, as the president said, which I did for 4 years, and we were fortunate enough to win a Big Ten championship. My experiences at Illinois were life-changing in many ways, not the least of which was meeting my wife there. Yes, we are an Illini couple. I was also educated there for a future in investing. I like to say that my classes at Harvard Business School were easy for me because of the great undergraduate education I received at the University of Illinois. As a golfer, you can imagine my Illini pride as I traveled the world with my former teammate Steve Stricker the last 30 years, watching him win 12 PGA Tour titles. or as my other former teammate, Mike Small, took over as head golf coach and made the Illini a national powerhouse, winning Big Ten championships year in and year out. Today, I have those same feelings of pride, and clearly, I'm not alone. Earning the role to lead the Discovery Partners Institute and the Illinois Innovation Network is a proud moment for all of the U of I system's more than 7,000 alumni around the world. It is a tribute to our 150 years of excellence that has made the U of I a global leader in education, research, and discovery. And it is a richly deserved vote of confidence that our world-class system is the choice to foster the innovation and next-generation entrepreneurs who will lead the way to progress and prosperity for this city, this great city of Chicago, for our state, and for our nation. My view is not one driven by alumni loyalty, it is one of analytics. As CEO of FlexPoint, the private equity firm I founded here in Chicago, I have overseen investments in over 30 companies with $2.4 billion in assets under management. Private equity investing requires that we identify the keys to a future successful company. Looking at the U of I and the DPI and its chance of future success, almost as we would at a company we're evaluating, I see clearly, as we all know, it has those keys to success. It has expertise with a long legacy of achievement in education and research that has produced alumni-founded companies that you have heard about that change the way we live, like PayPal and YouTube, and pioneering innovation from the Mosaic internet browser to night vision goggles. It has a rich culture of partnerships, working across disciplines and with academic and industry partners around the world to foster the collaboration and the out-of-the-box thinking that Eric is so good at, that is critical to solving our society's most vexing challenges. Since the very day I moved to Chicago 23 years ago after business school, I have believed deeply that the University of Illinois needed to build a stronger relationship between the city of Chicago and not just our UIC campus, but with our Urbana-Champaign campus and the capability and the rich history of innovation that resides there. Both the governor and the mayor can attest that we have talked, and I have talked their ear off about this for many years, and they have been so supportive. I thank them that they are making the Urbana-Chicago connection so much stronger today as it should be. So it is with great pleasure and profound optimism that I say on behalf of Chairman Timothy Koritz and all of my colleagues on the Board of Trustees, I am thrilled Governor Rauner has chosen the U of I to lead DPI and the Illinois Innovation Network. Our faculty and researchers will solve great challenges while increasing opportunity for our students, nurturing their talents, and providing the exposure and experiences that will keep them right here at home in Chicago and in Illinois, where their careers begin. I have no doubt that they will write the next chapter in the U of I's long history of achievement, and importantly, make Chicago and Illinois a leader in the economy of tomorrow. Everyone who knows me knows that I moved here from New York, but knows that today I bleed orange and blue. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, thanks to everyone here for your time and support.
So now please join me in welcoming Lucas Free, who is a very recent student, an Urbana-Champaign graduate, who served as student body president, as a student trustee, and co-founded Amber Agriculture, an ag tech company focused on precision through post-harvest process. And we asked Lucas to join us because in a fundamental way, this is about the next generation of researchers and entrepreneurs, and I think you'll see how Lucas really personifies that.
Good morning. What does a farm kid from Mason County, Illinois, value in a potential venue like this? Let me add some quick color to that and provide some excitement for students and for those who are engaging in early stage enterprise development. As President Killeen mentioned, my name is Lucas Free. I'm the co-founder of Amber Agriculture. I graduated in 2015 in ag economics from the University of Illinois and continued into MBA studies. Back in 2015, I met my co-founder at a hackathon weekend. As I mentioned, I was a farm kid from the South Quad, the ACES Quad. My co-founder was an engineering student from the North Quad, an East Coast New Yorker. Opposite backgrounds, and we met all by chance at this environment that was completely designed for that purpose. To connect folks across disciplines, backgrounds, locations on new idea generation and solutions based in technology, I'm a firm believer that you can foster that type of innovation if you get the right people in the right room at the right time. It's what the University of Illinois has been distinct in doing, and I really see that mission being extended with what could potentially happen here. 2 years later now, our company, Amber Agriculture, is building new sensors and leveraging analytics to help farmers manage and market their grain more efficiently, all with an eye on connecting the food chain in a very intimate way. Since starting on campus in Champaign back in 2015, let me share some highlights. In January, we were named Best Startup at the world's largest tech show, CES in Las Vegas. This past summer, our sensor was held up in the chambers of the U.S. Senate as a potential solution to stop fraudulent organic grain imports. But most importantly, here the last 6 weeks, I've been going from farm site to farm site, deploying our tech, putting our product in the hands of farmers. I was standing atop a grain bin in deep southern Illinois when President Killeen called me yesterday and was ecstatic to come up here to Chicago. That's really connecting our state in its most important industry of agriculture. In this 2 years, let me share our path a bit. We spent 6 months prototyping in Shenzhen, China. We spent 6 months company building in Silicon Valley, and now we're on 6 weeks here in our time in Chicago. It was always our intention to come back and build in Illinois. This is really what the post-educational path is going to look like for students that engage in startups right out of the gate. Launch at Illinois, go global, connect to the coast, connect through Chicago. Collaborate in Champaign, collaborate in Chicago, collaborate in farms in Havana, Illinois. This institute, I'm confident, will pronounce that allure, and I'm really, really, really excited to see that agriculture it's got an ag ambition to it. Finally, let me close with a quick story. Just earlier this week, I had a reach out from an exec overseas, one of the bigger players in our spaces. He reached out and says he's going to visit us here in Chicago, and he's going to be here for 8 hours. He asked, where should I meet you? Perhaps a few years down the line, I'll say let's meet at DPI, the River Quad to the University of Illinois. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone. This is an exciting day. A lot of hard work ahead of us, but let's be crystal clear. We have the opportunity with this Discovery Partners Institute and this Illinois Innovation Network across the state of Illinois to bring hundreds of thousands of new jobs to the state of Illinois. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of new jobs, transforming Illinois' economy. Now, why can I say that with confidence? Here's something you may not know. We graduate here, the U of I and some of our other universities, 10% of all of America's computer scientists. Think about that. 10% of America's computer scientists are graduated here in the state of Illinois, led by the University of Illinois. Where does Microsoft get their computer talent and their executives? U of I. Where does Intel The semiconductor and software firm in Silicon Valley, really a foundation of Silicon Valley, where do they get the vast majority of their computer scientists and engineers and managers? U of I. What can we do? What do we have the opportunity to do here, starting with this? Drive a massive new retention, massive new magnet to retain our computer scientists, to keep our students and faculty here building their businesses by getting them in the ecosystem. Here in the city of Chicago, here in Urbana-Champaign, here in Rockford, world-class aerospace manufacturing, here in Peoria, world-class heavy equipment advanced manufacturing, here in Decatur, world-class bioprocessing and advanced food and food sciences. Keeping our scientists here, getting them integrated in a network that the Illinois Innovation Network itself is going to create, drive massive growth, retention of the talent, and we're going to knock down the barriers, the regulatory hurdles, the non-compete agreements, the royalties, the fees, the limitations. The attitude is, U of I, you've got an idea or you did research and you came up with a new product idea, it's yours, go build a business, no restrictions, no strings attached, build a business in Illinois and go on to wonderful success. This is so, it's beyond anything we've ever contemplated before in the state. Transforming Illinois' economy, led by one of the greatest universities in the world, U of I, partnering with two of the other greatest universities, U of C, where we're going to go this afternoon and talk about another joint venture with the U of I and U of C there, as well as Northwestern, and over time, IIT and NIU and ISU and Southern Illinois University in Carbondale. We are blessed with some of the greatest research institutions in the world. If we network, integrate the research and the faculty and the students, drive innovation, and push company formation here in the state of Illinois, the sky's the limit. Unlimited potential for the people of Illinois. An exciting time. Thank you for all being out today. Let's go on to great success. Thank you very much, everybody.